Yeah, praise wheel and stuff, but this week is not going well. All right, so this is the start of the video. Praise wheel. We spin a wheel, we upgrade an H10 optic based on what the wheel tells us. We spun a wheel last week. Matt was actually gone. I got carbon fiber. Play the tape real quick. All right, here we go. Spinning for my episode. As long as it wasn't team. Hey, look at that. Oh.
So close.
Okay.
So here's the thing: you don't even know.
I don't know. So I guess I'm going to make you spin, and then I'm going to decide if I want that or if I'm going to spin again.
I have no idea how this is supposed to work, but
I don't either. I'm making up the rules as I go. That's fine. Matt's not here.
Hey, I'll take that. All right.
You know what? The thing, I am not, even as much as people would imagine that I was going to steal that, here's the thing. I don't want to steal that because I put that speaker box in the back of Matt's truck, which takes up all of the room for where the dig servos were.
All right.
So I'm going to let Matt have to figure that out. And I think that is the best possible outcome for this week.
I'm sure that Matt will need one of these very shortly. Yeah, VFD
exactly.
dig unit. So there you go. Mail call.
Matt doesn't have room for that. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Or he's going to ask me to make a design around it. I shoe-gooed that shit in there pretty good. Give me carbon fiber.
Yeah. Oh, it did.
I thought I was going to. I know.
You got that by a pixel.
I know. Go. Okay, so I got carbon fiber. Now, I love carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is my favorite thing ever. And normally I would love to do something fun and carbon fibery on this truck, the H10 Optic, that I got back, and I'm so excited I got it back. We had trade trucks. Matt got my truck. I was very sad about that. Then we got flip truck back, undo, redo, and I got my truck back, and I couldn't be happier. Except, as you can hear, I got a 3D printer going, this disaster in front of me. So I thought, well, for one, I wanted to put the sound system that I redid in Matt's truck in my truck because I thought that would be so much fun. So I thought I would try and integrate carbon fiber into that, right? Making a mold of it and all that would be difficult. So I was just like, I'm just going to take and print the speaker box and then cover it in carbon fiber and resin, sand it smooth, clear coat it, and be done. Couldn't be more wrong. I 3D printed it. I got my chop toe. I got my resin. Now, this is infusion resin. This is not top coat resin or things like that. And I think that may be part of my, that's not my problem. This is not dry. This thing that looks like a hairball is still sticky and so far from what it would need to be a viable version of a top coated 3D printed part. I did a member video last night starting to show my disgust for what we got going on here. So it is covered, and then I would normally knock this down with a DA or a sander of some sort, smooth it, and then clear coat it. Awful. The carbon fiber settled and slid down off of things in the back, so it's got this wave. I've had very little time to get that's not true at all. I had extra time, but I've been so busy that I decided to wait until the last minute, as one does, as I do every single time. So this is a disaster. This is a waste. My hands are sticky now. So I bought this Scale Audio Solutions sound kit, the same one Matt had, to do what he did in mine, because that's what I designed this box off of the first time. I still want to try and put that in the truck. The 3D printer is running, as you can probably hear. I apologize for my production quality this week, but I am cheating. I'm 3D printing the box in PET carbon fiber from Bamboo. Carbon fiber infused filament. Tough. I'm cheating. It's got carbon fiber in the name, therefore carbon fiber. It's all I can do. I am going to get this 3D printed. It still has a couple of hours left. Then I'm going to try and get this thing wired up. It didn't come with instructions. There's video instructions, which are... So we're going to try and take that, wait for this to print. I'm going to have as much work done in advance as I can. Then I'm going to try and get it all shoved into the truck, finish the video, edit the video, and publish it in time for this week. It ain't looking... I'm channeling my Gately Audio friend Bobby in this mad rush. So don't let my speaker box failure reflect poorly on Gately Audio. Anyway, let's dive in. I got some soldering to do, and hopefully this is done. I'm going to tear the truck apart and be ready to just try and jam this thing in there when possible. Also, with this, I still need to design the piece that holds the speakers in. That's a problem. I need to get that done ASAP. And then I'm going to get this file put up on my website for any of you who would like to install a sound system into your H10 Optic. So I'll try and put a link to the product in the description below in case you're into this as well. You can buy this setup from Scale Audio Solutions, or if you're up to it, you can also piece one of these audio systems together pretty easily off of easily available products on Amazon. So that's another option. If I can get a list of that stuff that's easily available put together as well, I'll put a link to all of those in the product listing on my website, so it's all in one spot. Makes sense? Good it does to somebody. I got a mess to clean up. I don't know what to do. See you in a few minutes. So I got the parts all assembled. He shows it kind of in a spider web type situation. I tried to go with more of a stacked format. So it's got the amplifier board first, then the Bluetooth board is next, and the regulator is there on top. And then they're all just separated by some double-sided, tape there to keep everything from, any contacts from being shorted. That black wire there was a little long, but that's no big deal. I've got my speaker leads set off of either side, and then my power lead coming from there. So I can get that all wired up now. I can't get this put into the truck until the truck or the box is done, which is making progress, but not done yet. So anyway, I'm gonna get the truck torn apart in preparation. I still have to go get that other piece designed. Maybe I should do that first and then move on. All right, rear of the truck is gutted. Got the cross brace and the radiator out. I'm hoping that these still clear. The interior will now mount from the top down. And I've got the electronics package all heat shrinked and some 3M tape prepped on the back. So should be able to just stick it on or inside of the box, probably go inside. Then I'll just have the power leads that come out, and I can put a plug intermediate on that to try and keep it as simple as possible. Should be plenty of room inside with it all nice and compact like that. So let's hope that it works, because I did not test it. Foreshadowing. Oh yeah, and my print still has 29 minutes remaining. Yikes. It's 8:41. All right, wired the power leads directly onto the ESC power for now. I'll cut this and put some XT30 plugs on it later, but let's test it and just see if smoke immediately rolls out. Plugging it in with the hand that's holding the camera. No immediate smoke. I think I see some flashing in there. Success. All right, electronics mounted inside the box, speakers wired up. They're not mounted yet. The mounts are printing now, but I'm going to power this up and then try and get it connected and see if it plays something. I don't think so. But do you hear crab rave?
Say what now?
All right, I just tried to test fit it, and these aluminum panels are interfering. So unfortunately, they got to go. So I'm gonna have to, but I can't get to the bottom screw easily. So I gotta pull this thing apart more and get this done. I didn't add a passage for wires in this model. I could, but I'm just gonna leave it. So I just notched a quick thing with a file. So it doesn't really matter where you put it. Just depend, you know, I think I'm gonna put the battery, well, it doesn't really matter at all. Should be plenty of wire. It'll come out of there, the bottom will sandwich it, and we should have a secure route. And it's all back together. The new box is in place. It fits well. I printed the retaining rings in PA6, not because I specifically meant to, but just because that was my default filament and I didn't notice till it was already printing. But it gives it a nice little contrast in color back there, if I do say so myself. And overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm glad that the wiring turned out super clean and compact inside of there. Much easier to handle when it was all kind of put into one board and then shrink wrapped or heat shrinked and then attached. So I'm super happy with that wiring configuration versus kind of the standard one that you see with those. Now, the only thing that I have noticed is that I do like how this sounds both sealed and ported. Ported, it's louder. It projects a little bit differently, but bass wise with these tiny little speakers, sealed actually sounds really good as well. So I may have to put together a version of both. Maybe I'll keep the port or keep the port look, but seal it off, have a couple of different versions. Probably just put those in one download for everybody. I don't think that I'm going to get it done tonight. So if you're watching this video, as soon as it comes out, check back in a handful of days or whatever, a couple of days maybe, so that I can get that put together so that you can download this box setup yourself as well. And like I said, you can find, I'll put the link to the Scale Audio Solutions system in the description, but I'll also try and put links to components that you can source yourself as well. It's a pretty simple wiring setup, lots of little things here and there, but I wouldn't be too worried. Getting in there, you know, Matt did put the lights in the back. I like how that turned out. I did have to glue some things back together for how the interior was set, but I'll say that I'm super happy that Matt did that. And then I forgot he also installed those however you say it, lights in there as well. I still have some tidying up of wiring and things like that to do, but overall, I'm just happy that it's back. I like how this car was turning out. I'm stoked to still own it. So let's see. It's amazing how much like louder it gets with the port, but with it sealed, I don't know. I do like that too. I had a little bit of decision making to do there, but not this week. It is 10:40 at night. I still have to edit this video, get it ready to go up for tomorrow morning. So I appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there with me through my carbon fiber has been 24 hours. Let's see how it sits now. Still sticky. think we can just throw this away, right? Let's act like we never saw that. And speaking of things you never saw, if you're interested in seeing some videos that you can't normally see, check out the channel membership. There's some behind the scenes videos. You can see videos early like this one. It helps support the channel, and the extra content is just a little bit more candid behind the scenes. And you know, we discuss how things are going. You could have seen that nightmare the night before, 2 nights ago, whatever you want to say. Yikes. But I appreciate all of you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, channel membership's available. That being said, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.